Hello and welcome back to episode 15 of Kerbal Space Program. This episode wasn't supposed to be episode 15, but it is now. Yeah, so basically this first rocket that's launching is going to retrieve, I believe, Bob and Bill. So that's a positive thing. They've been up there for quite a while, and yeah. So this episode wasn't meant to be 15, and it was actually meant to be 16, because I was going to do the whole mod list thing for episode 15. But I ran into multiple problems with how I was going to upload the software, and not software, but my main focus for the episode was to have like a downloadable link where you could get all of the mods and you could play, because people have been asking for some of these mods. And so yeah, that may be up by next episode. Like the next episode may be that when the mods are there, but like I can't guarantee anything. It's such a pain. Every single time I was uploading it would crash, it would fail. I was only uploading like 1 or 2 mods at a time, and I have easily like 40 to 50 mods installed. So yeah, it was not conducive, and it would take like 15-16 minutes and for each one, and it was just a pain. And I've also had to deal with like midterms and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm finally out of the clear with all of that, so we're good now. But there was, significant delay. It's been 2 weeks since my last episode. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna say, for those who, subscribed since then, so because there were a few, thank you for subscribing. It was really nice of you. Yeah, so if you guys just want to join on in the family, anyone else who's, why am I calling it a family? Well, if you just want to, join in on the, the fun of watching this Kerbal Space Program Let's Play, you can always just hop right in and subscribe, and you can get, the next episodes like all the time. It's quite fun. Alright, so here we are, lowering our periapsis, and I don't really remember this mission. It was so long ago. It was almost 3 weeks ago when I recorded this. So I think we were going to get Bill and Bob. And yeah, so we needed to recover them from the surface, so we can put them in our, rocket. Actually, damn, it's been a while since I played Kerbal Space Program too. Yeah, so anyway, we need to basically launch our rocket towards Duna, and that should be coming up pretty soon. Like our transfer window is just around the corner. We have not very long till that needs to be done. Yeah, so here's Bill, and yeah, Bill's on his way to the crew capsule. I do remember he just full on eats it when he hits the ground. Yep, there he is. And then he gets back up and he hops on in. And quite appropriately, Bob will do the same. Look at him go. And he is on his way back inside. Okay. So we start to head back. The original plan is to rendezvous with the Ares 1 spacecraft. That did not happen, and you'll see why. We very much run out of propellant, as we regularly do in this series. It's always too much or too little. We never have a good balance. And I actually thought that this rocket would go up there and have plenty of fuel, but I was quite wrong about that. I don't know why I did any of this. It was a pain. I had to use a whole bunch of RCS and all of this, and I mean, granted, it's not really worth a whole lot of seeing it. We did slowly begin to, you know, take back our RCS, but this was like we are in 10 times speed right now, if you can't tell. I have very, very small RCS thrusters. So yeah, it's not exactly the best. So I took a quick cut till you got the end of the 15 minutes of me using RCS. Yeah, this mission itself took almost 2 hours, which is hilarious because I just compacted it into 6 minutes as it repeatedly hits the atmosphere. Yeah. Look at it go. And now we're finally entering the atmosphere. All I do have to say is thank God for the extra RCS canisters that I put on this thing. Sorry, you just saw my Microsoft Teams notification pop up. I need to get rid of that. I need to get rid of the notifications. Yeah. So here we are, re-entering the atmosphere. And there we go. Deployment of the parachutes. And Bill and Bob are safe. And here we are on our next mission. I believe this mission was to create it's to create a satellite network. Very similar to that of Starlink, but look at how the Kraken just straight up attacks the craft. Like it was just so quick. I don't understand why it did this, but it does it. It does it for as long as the bottom right there is connected, and it just wobbles the whole craft and everything. I didn't know that. I don't understand why it's doing it. See, look at what it's doing there. Yeah. But as soon as I got the periapsis out far enough, it stopped happening, and just because we disconnected that lower stage. Maybe it's because there's too many parts. That is very possible. It is very possible that there's just too many parts on the craft. Yeah, and I also noticed that my staging was all whack. So yeah, that was kind of a problem. And there we go. Now our satellite is in orbit. And it's so high up in orbit that it, I believe it can contact the moon and all of this stuff. It was just to help extend our overall coverage. We have very bad coverage in some areas, and it is causing some blackouts on other probes and things like that, and so we just needed more. We just needed more coverage. It's one of the sad realities of the remote tech mod. It's an annoying mod. So yeah, we had to just keep doing this and creating more and more satellites. I don't know how to exactly make this any more exciting than it already is, because it's not exactly exciting. Yeah, here we are, just fiddling around with all of our, tech nodes and stuff like that. And yeah, it's quite the lovely waste of time, I guess you could say. But I just got into a rhythm when I was doing this, and it was just working out. I don't know, I feel like this probably took around 40 minutes for both launches. As you'll see, I launched a second time, and I did this launch again. Yeah. Yeah, you'll see it in just a second. there's another launch after I checked to see if all of the satellites were working, and then, yeah, here's the second launch. And for some reason, I did the cinematic now. Yeah. So these two launches are literally identical, except this one went northbound instead. That was on purpose. We needed northern coverage. Better northern coverage. Well, northern and southern coverage. Because the like 3 satellites we have in total for that just weren't cutting it. And look at that. Look at how the attack just straight up went for it. I literally can't stand the Kraken in this game sometimes. Yeah. I think this is one of the most like fast-forwarded videos that I've ever done. Where a good portion of the video was done in so I normally do videos in 5 times speed, but most of this video is done in 6 times speed, and some of the videos were done in 10 times, and even, I believe, 12 times in some areas, which is just insanely fast for how I normally, you know, like, put them in there. But there was just so much I needed to get done today before we headed off towards Mars. I mean, when we head off towards Mars, like, we're not gonna do a whole bunch for a while, but like, we do need some work done. Yep. There we go. There's our next satellite deployed. And yeah, before you know, I forget to say this. You know, if you like the video, please subscribe, like the video, maybe even leave a comment. Just the whole spiel. Yeah, so now that I've said that, what else do I need to talk about? Normally these videos aren't even longer than like 8 minutes. Oh yeah. If you want updates on like videos or just things that are going on with my channel, or like whenever I'm streaming or anything like that, please follow the Twitter. Twitter is a great place to get updates and stuff like that. Like, if any of you were wondering like why these videos were taking so long, I addressed it on my Twitter. Yeah, it's right there. Like, I put it on the screen. There you go. There's my Twitter. Yeah. All right. It looks like we are almost done with all of the satellites. We are done with all of the satellites. Well, in that case, thank you for coming, and goodbye.